Man, I ain't gonna lie. I've been waiting. I've been waiting to get back on this game. I'm really excited because the way it ended off in the last video was crazy. Let me make sure this audio is cool. The audio sounds cool on the first try, so this is going to be a good video. Steph PG3 here, and I've arrived back into Ace Attorney Trilogy. Nothing else need to be said. We in there like swimwear. Look at all those locks, bruh. It's February 9th, Inner Temple Training Hall. Right, is this what Godot was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? On the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. And I know that there was only one lock when I last came here. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks? Yes. If only I was stronger. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. You're one to talk with your face all green. Miles, Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous. I'm perfect fine. Bro, is that the first time we ever seen him? Nah. I don't think so, is it? I can't remember, bro, but if that is the first time she ever whipped him, that's kinda insane. Consider that we went through a whole game. There's no telling what sort of mistakes you could make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, look at her. She cares. Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in the corner of the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm going to stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? No, not at all. Iris, bro. I know you had like 8 psychic locks on you, bro. You gonna tell us what you know. You gonna tell us. I know you just came up in here and put all these locks on this door. Cause who else was gonna do it? It was only one on the door. It's crazy. And there's new dialogue in here. It's an antique dresser. Don't you dare open. Oh wait, is that like not the same thing? Now I know how Maya. What a pity. It's just a. Okay. Why is it not marked as like checked though? Because we already seen it. This should probably be the only one with new dialogue. Iris doesn't say anything here. Okay, yeah, nothing new in here besides the locks. Let's look around. Y'all remember what happened last time? I spent like half the remaining of the video like going past something that you could interact with, even though I went past it like 8 times, but you know, it wasn't meant to be. This door. When I was here earlier, there was only one lock, but now there's 5 of them. Those chains, it's almost as if they're guarding something inside that covering. Never seen locks quite like these before. I've seen locks and chains just like these before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secret on a psychic lock. I'm pretty sure this is the same outside as like the beginning. Alright, bro, let's talk to Iris, man. Let's see what she's hiding. Why did you make a run for it, Iris? I'm sorry. I heard that Inner Temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried, I just had to come and see. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that. Can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred covering was alright, but what? Then I saw these chains here. Why she trying to make it seem like she wasn't the one to put the chains there, bro? I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred coverings door, and who in the world would do something like this? These trick locks are a secret treasure of the Korean tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the locks can open them. If it wasn't her, then who was it? There wasn't too many people on this side, so you aren't the one who set these locks. I don't think it's that simple, Francisca Von Karma. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. What does that mean? It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And they wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Assumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks. The first one. Yes, that's correct. What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this? Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove them. But it will take time, won't it? Yes, about a day if I had to guess. A whole day? Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can. Gotta wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. You're going to have to call on your inner strength now. Bro, I wonder what is she doing in there, bro? Like, what? We are eventually going to see what it looks like inside there, bro. Hey, we got to. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. And what might that be, Phoenix Wright? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at Hazakura Temple at the time of the incident, but you were seen that same evening at the inner temple. And then, you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hazakura Temple too. Being spotted at both Hazakura Temple and the inner temple. It's as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. Oh, look. I knew it. I knew it. It's only 3 though, that's not bad. I knew it. There's something going on there we don't know about. Okay. Alright, man. I'm pretty sure... Do we just go for this now? Or do we wait and look around for some more things? We're gonna leave. We're gonna scan. We're gonna do what we have to do. We're gonna come back to Iris. We're gonna come back to her. February 9th, enter the temple gate. I'm finally getting to the bottom of this case. I can count on Iris to break those locks, so I should try to gather more clues. From Sister Bikini, Edward, Gumshoe, and Pearls. Where is Pearl? Where did she run off to? Are all these about to be new? I can't read it. Maybe it's training, I don't know. Maybe it's... I really should get back to work. Alright, so we are officially alone, so I guess that's why this is about to be. She's gotta have feeling so useless. It's driving me nuts, but I need to look for clues, so I'm ready when we finally get her out of there. On the other side of that little gate is the garden. Edric was probably still in there crying softly to himself. I guess we better hug it out and talk about what he's uncovered so far. But why they think he's crying in the corner, bro? Alright, let's look over here. You can see Dusky Bridge from here. It feels like an unusually long bridge to me. I guess the gorge is too wide open. Too wide to cross with a piece of rope or wire. In other words, no one has crossed it in either direction since the night of the murder. Which means that scene in the inner temple's garden couldn't have been set up by someone. That's the anchor for one of the wires that used to hold up the bridge. I guess it must have snapped during the fire. Look at all the Buddha statues lined up along this path. Looks like one of the cakes someone left as an offering is missing though. I guess Gumshoe couldn't resist the poor guy. Bro, buddy ate the cake that was offered. Out of pocket. Alright. Pretty sure left is just the furnace. There's something strange. Well, the incinerator. There's something strange about this incinerator. I'm sure there was snow on it the first time I saw it. That and the door's open. Someone's been burning something. That's for sure. It's a shame that there isn't a trace of what it was left inside. I feel like the only one that really knows the answer is Pearls. But where did she go? It's like the real question here. February 9th, Inner Temple Garden. The cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. Mother. How could I have done that? Ah, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edward. Ah. Hey, don't you dare run away. I thought he actually... What do you want, Wright? What do I want? You came here to laugh at me, then go on with it. Go on, laugh away. Sigh. I was ready to hug it out with him. But it's just the same prideful Edward. You went back to criminal affairs department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes. Thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Okay, we were just in here, but I guess we gotta look at this again. The lantern, small, but the whole place is incredibly well kept. There's just one thing that's troubling me. Everything else is covered in snow or frozen over. But the ice in this bowl has been broken by someone. Maybe one of the detectives washed their face in it or something. Don't be ridiculous, right? No detective would be that careless at the crime scene. He's really angry. I'd better not say it was Gumshoe or his salary's gonna pay. There's a charm or something poking off in the snow. It looks pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it too. It belonged to the victim. We're sure of that now. I couldn't believe like that was like Mia and Maya's mom the whole time, and she just the one time she stopped hiding, she dies. Like that's crazy. It's insane that Maya and well, you can't really say they lost their whole family. Well, kinda. More so for Maya, she lost her sister and her mom, but I mean, from her perspective, she already had lost her mom because her mom disappeared. But in Pearl's, you know, her mom is in jail, so that family is just cooked, bro. Let's go into the evidence from once the investigation is over. So hands off, right? You don't need to tell me that. Well, our dear friend Larry just tried to steal it with no one looking. He probably just wanted something to remember his esteemed teacher by. What is the odds of Larry like becoming an apprentice of like Maya's mom? There are torches of the naked flame rare variety. I guess you need all the light you can to get up here in the mountains. Accordingly to the detective Gumshoe, they were lit on the night of the murder. Well, Maya was training up here, so there's nothing strange about that. Except, apparently they don't light these torches for training sessions. Huh? I heard that too much light isn't conductive to spiritual training. Oh, I didn't know that. I suppose you've noted that Maya's name is written on this lantern. It's pretty hard to miss, you know. It's written in Miss Deoxyn's blood. She was probably forced up against the lantern by the killer. And with her back against the lantern, she wrote that name with her finger. That's why it's written upside down. You think the victim wrote this herself? Isn't that the obvious conclusion? But why would she write Maya's name? I don't think that's something I want to discuss with you. I feel Edgeworth knows. Why is this the only area with no snow? Someone must have cleared it away. What other explanation is there? Of course I played the what if game as well. But when I asked our trusty burglar, Detective Gumshoe, he said it wasn't him. I suppose Edgeworth had the point. Whoever cleared the snow away must have had a reason to do so. I just can't imagine what the reason could be. Maybe because it was... If she actually died here, maybe the blood was on the snow and they wanted to clear the snow up to get rid of the evidence and throw people off. I mean, I feel like that would probably be it. Anything else, I don't really think it's a reason. Alright, we looked at everything. Talked to Edward. You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime. That's why. You mean because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely, you don't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect, Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? So, I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, though thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, when we were little school kids at the same elementary school, Ezra found himself in the middle of a murder. It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse. Hey, I remember that DL6 case was crazy. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happened. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now. And that case finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there, but it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright. There's nothing else I could say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake. And not after you saved me. Edward, you're stronger than you think, so no more of this self-pity, okay? There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I've seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I've seen her in the court before. So you went back to the criminal affairs department to look for our file. Yes, I checked over every case file I've ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before 6 years ago. 6 years ago, it was my first appearance in court. And as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So, who is she? I'm sorry, Wright. I can't give that information away to a member of the general public. What? Why not? It might be a crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple, and neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edward. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edward in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edward knew. How do you do that? Do we gotta present something to him? We don't have anything to present to him. Oh, alright, so Edward he's 26 as well. So him and Wright is the same age, but Larry is younger than them. So this is like a birthday thing with Larry? Is that why he's younger than them? Iris is also young, so by a year. Alright. Maybe present her face to him? Apparently Iris was taken by the sisters here at the temple when she was a child. However, we still don't know much about her past, so we're looking into it. That reminds me, Edward went back to the criminal affairs department to look up some stuff on her. That can be found. Alright, well, that's telling us nothing. Alright, I guess we moving on. We'll be back, Edward. February 9th, Dusky Bridge. I'm pretty sure we're gonna run into Larry eventually. It's weird that there's no one around all of a sudden. It sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there soaking again. Lily, okay. Kidnapping to maybe it's cursed. Read that. Kidnap a single. I guess, okay. Read that. It looks like it's ready to collapse, at least more than it did before. According to Bikini, Eaglemon is very prone. I have a feeling something bad was going to happen, and sure enough, it did. Yep, Edward definitely couldn't live up here. There's a narrow, okay. Road, alright, we've seen that. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's it. There's nothing else to Well, this back here, it looks like it's about 20 yards to that cliff over there. But I can't see the temple from here. I really hope mine's okay. Okay, that's it. Alright, let's go down to the shack. February 9th, Heavenly Hall. Oh, what is Pearls doing down here? Is this where she ran off to? Oh, Mr. Nick. Pearls, what are you doing here? Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Well, we don't know yet. Oh, I see. We know Pearls knows something. She gotta tell us, bro. She has to tell us, man. Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry. This is the loser's shack. Where losers get together to lose themselves. This is the what? Hey, we find comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that? Look, Mr. Nick. Bro, why do people keep calling him that? That's not his name, bro. I'm calling him Larry, bro. I'm not saying that name. There's a picture of me. That's great, Pearls. We're going to gather firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way. I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down. Oh, Mystic Maya. Alright, man. Look at the graffiti scrolled right on the front of the shack. At least he managed to get the pretty good likeness. I really think about it, I guess art kind of suits him. I mean, his very existence is an art of sorts. Okay. Heavenly home, snow, otherworldly, like something out of a fairy tale. Okay, I'm pretty sure we've seen that. We've seen that. Okay. This stuff is really wrong. Okay, we've seen that. Okay, seen that. Steps lead up, coming down. Okay, nothing new about that. I get trials, rough rep. Okay, nothing new with that. Seen that. There, okay, seen that too. Alright, no new dialogue here. It seems we've seen all this already. Alright, let's talk to Pearls. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? Ha, I've got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now with Pearl. Two losers cooking potatoes together forever. Forevermore. What am I going to do with him? Alright then. What do you think about this picture, Pearls? I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw it all, so I think it's really amazing. See, someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know? It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream, a wonderful fantasy. No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew, I'm telling you. Iris really flew that night. But Mr. Larry... Sigh. Not you too, Pearl. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase, I beg of you. I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. Okay, so I was half asleep when I was here that night. But I was wide awake after the lightning struck, and I saw what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in the picture, and it looks like I don't have any choice but to take this sketch as face value. Bro, if somebody really did flew that night, bro, I don't think it could have been Iris at this point. I don't know, bro. Iris is just, and she's hiding something, like, I don't know, bro. Iris is just not somebody you can believe anymore, I guess, bro. Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. I hope she don't run off again. Where were you? And what exactly were you doing when it all happened? I was just a kid, you know? I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick? Sorry, Pearls, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Miss Oxen's room reading a book together, but Misty Austin was murdered, and you, Pearls, were at the inner temple. So what exactly happened that night, Pearls? I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick. Not Pearls too, bro. How many she got? Bro, she got more than Iris. I've been a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished. What are you talking about, Pearls? My spiritual power. It has disappeared. What? Her powers have disappeared? So she's hiding something and her powers are gone. What do you mean your powers have disappeared, Pearls? It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint. Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at the Herzakura Temple? Try but failed, perhaps? Wait. Alright, now I don't know if this is true or not, but we found out that at least the auction was, Maya and Mia's, mom, right? So since Pearls was with her, maybe she told Pearl, and maybe Pearl tried to channel Mia for her, so Mia and her can talk to each other. That's the only way I can see her trying to channel somebody and failing to do so. Way to go, Nick. You made her cry. That was really cruel of you. Why is he crying too? Just as I thought. I'm going to have to break her psychic locks to get the truth out of her. Alright, so not only do we gotta break Iris' psychic locks, we gotta break Pearl's too. Alright, we gonna come back to them. February 9th, Herzakura Temple main gate. I wonder if Sister Bikini is back at the main hall yet. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. That don't sound like a bad parent. This is one impressive gate. Okay, pretty grand. Now I'm starting to think like, oh wait, nah, that was new actually. This is one impressive gate. It's pretty grand for something that belongs to a branch family of the clan. I bet they make an exorbitant amount of money here. I mean, that whole special course thing has got to be good business. Now I'm starting to think like Maya. Oh wait, is that it? I wonder what this thing was used for on the night of the murder. There's only one key to the snowmobile. Iris is the one who had it. So I had to wonder if it was her. She said she never left Herzakura Temple that night. It's quaint little bell tower. I never would have. Okay, that wasn't new at all. Okay, I think that's it. Well, obviously there's two. You can see the main system needs to be back. We were up there earlier by the earthquake. I think I should go pick up our conversation where we left off. Alright, let's move on. She in here shaking. February 9th, Herzakura Temple main hall. Well, what's the damage? How is the sacred covering? It looks like it survived. But we have a bigger problem now.
What? I'm saying what? You can't hear me?
I told Sister Bikini all about it.
No.
About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred covering. But who could have done that? The only one who knew how to set those trick locks are those of the Korean tradition. You have Iris at the sacred cavern trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini. Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yes, you were telling me how the Master of Korean disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Fate suddenly appeared at this temple. It was about a week ago when Mystic Elise, Mystic Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the master, she said, someone is trying to destroy the Korean tradition's main family line. I am here to put a stop to them. Someone was trying to destroy the main family line. There is only one heir to the title of master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new master of Korean, and her daughter, her daughters, the main family. All of them become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always will plot to erase those of the main family line. Is the power of the master worth this much bloodshed? Hey man, it's like that's the thing with some clans, bro. You always got them people, bro, that just can't stand the thought of somebody leading them. They gotta be the leader. Now, everybody not fit to be a leader, dog. Bet the writing on these sliding doors are instructions for spiritual channeling. Spiritual, kind of like how we scribbled math formulas on the walls that we couldn't go to the bathroom during tests, and I can't read these walls. Was that new? I'm not sure. It's an altar. It looks a bit old, but someone does a good job taking. But I remember seeing one. Okay, that's old. Okay, that's not new. It's laughy large. Okay, you can see. Alright, that wasn't new either. I think that's it. Well, outside the pot right there. I've only seen a layout like this when I saw this really old Japanese movie on TV. Wow, this hibachi brazier really puts out a lot of heat. Just thinking about how happy we were sitting here eating pot roast and gravy. Sigh. It was good times while it lasted. It didn't last long. That's typical of this game, bro. You never can have a good time, bro. Something bad happens immediately. Alright. You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real. Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. And that time I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the nasty mass case. And during Maggie Breyer's trial, too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on the hand to help me when I need her the most. The green technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean, the ability to commune with the dead. That's true psychic power, right? Psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there behind every important leader. We wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill. I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you to really be rich by now. Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? You're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see. All because of one little mistake. A mistake? What mistake? It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. She's talking about what I think she is? I'm sure the record still exists if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the DL6. That's the name of the file. Yeah, we know about the DL6. We solved it, too. We know about the DL6 incident. I knew it. The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago. Ah, that's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney on that case. A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer. In the medium who performed the channel was Misty Faye, Maya's mother. The Mystic Misty channeling the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigation was spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen a Korean tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Korean village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth. Misty Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Korean tradition is starting to recover at last. But with the new master wood and the power of the clan, does she mean Maya? The spiritual power of the Korean channeling technique is in the blood. Maya's told me the exact same thing before. Lee, the woman of the Fae clan, have always been spirit medium. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. According to Maya, only the woman in the family can inherit that power. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Amy, but with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master, and the ones who don't become branch families. Right? That's right, and it's always the cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too, an older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course. She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother, and lost her life as a result. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the Traditions. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. That's right, Misty Faye had an elder sister too, and Misty, having superior powers, made an usurp the master seat from her. Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Am I tripping, or do all their names have an M in it? You got Mystic Maya, Mystic Mia, Mystic Misty, Mystic Morgan. Like, what in the world? Morgan, there's a name I know well. It was a year ago now, at Maya's home, Karain Village. What she did was terrible. It was all so she could make her own daughter the next master. Crazy. I'm supposed you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter. Then you must have already realized that Iris. Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this? That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. Whoa! What? Her daughter? What? Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter. Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Oops, I thought you already knew. It sounded like you've met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have. I know her very well. Oh? Yes, Pearl Faye. But I always thought she was an only child. That child? She's Mystic Morgan's. I had no idea. Mystic Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she? Yes, ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in the murder case last year. Bro. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. I guess it makes sense, right? Because, Iris said she don't have any power. So, I see, so I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2. Wait, what? 3? Yes, Iris, her twin sister, Mystic Pearl. What? Twin sister? Oh, didn't you know? It all happened 20 years ago. After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Karain's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her in the village, taking her twin daughter with him. How awful. He was a jewelry. Yo! And they even married, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up to look after by us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see. It's unbelievable. If Iris has a twin sister, could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris' sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler. That's a clue, I guess. A jeweler. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearls had two older sisters, huh? Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls. It seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. It was able to break free of the bars that confined her. So Iris had a twin sister, has a twin sister. The plot thickens. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions to get some more info. Bro, we know who our twin sister is, bro. It can't be anybody but Dahlia Hawthorne, bro. They look exactly alike. Bro. So you telling me this whole time Pearls is related to Iris, but they don't know their family. What is going on, bro? This is getting crazy. I'm pretty sure we gotta. Bro, I don't even know what to say, dog. February 9th has a Core Temple Courtyard. This gotta be Gum Show. Sounds like someone's happy with Tumi. Is that they're humming? I was about to say. No motive, no crime. No motive, no crime. Sing it with me. No motive, no crime. I remember when we used to search in the channeling room in Crane. Oop, love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating is all about. An investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases we've lost along the way. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Hey, pal. Huh? Who, me? How long have you been there? I just got here. Oh, okay. So what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edward. I promise I will find the real murder weapon. I ain't gonna lie, so that means Edward was wrong. You know, obviously the game gave us a clue, because normally when something pops up in red, like the words pop up in red, it's normally a clue. So, we know that Dahlia is indeed related to this case. We know it's her. It's just a moment of time before somebody tells us. Most likely Iris. She's gotta tell us who she is. We gotta go get the info from her. The real question is, I think we should do her first and then Pearl after. Man, it's really crazy. Like, are they gonna have a moment when Pearl's kind of like, you know? I'm pretty sure Iris doesn't know Pearl's is her sister. The only one that knows is Bikini. And Bikini didn't even know Pearl's was. Hopefully they get to, you know, meet each other. I promise I will find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon. That barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper that look like a letter or something. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? Oh, where that letter at? She sees us, so it's there in Mr. Gamby's right hand, but it was proven in court today. Even if his mind must be okay. That wasn't new. It's the awesome staff. I definitely remember there being okay. That's not new. There's a few of these stone lanterns scattered around the courtyard. Okay, that's not new either. Ladder, main gate. Main gates, differences of elevation. Okay, that's not new either. Not new. Okay, I think that's it. Oh wait, this right here. Good, very steep slope. Okay, that's not new either. We got everything. Alright, let's talk to Gumshoe. See what letter he's talking about. So, how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the Inner Temple Garden. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ. What? You mean... I don't have the details, pal. All I know is if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, we're going to be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? You got me. I don't know. They're not my words, pal. And who said it? Mr. Godot. Godot? What did he mean by that? About that letter you found. Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all I find is some burnt up old letter. Burnt up old letter. Yeah, it was in that incinerator right outside the inner temple. The incinerator? I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. There was no snow in the incinerator when I first saw it. Bro, but who is doing all this? But after the incident, the snow had melted away. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? I've got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and master stuff. I bet it's got no relation to the case. Spirit mediums? It's gotta be important if you mention spirit mediums and masters. I better give it a good looking over and some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering's a crime, pal. So what do you know about the murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the Cecil that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Ezra proved that in court today. Yes, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? Yeah, and man, it is tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We've got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? What's this secret weapon of yours? You want to know? You gotta think scientifically, okay? Alright. The murder weapon was a sword. Swords are scientifically speaking made of metal, right? Any questions so far? No. I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart. So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! Detective. Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. Well, you wanna give a scientific investigation a go? Huh? Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshot or not? Hey, I'll help him out. Come on, pal. It's good fun, I'm telling you. Alright then. I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget, the absolute best. It's so sensitive you can make it cry. It's so high tech you can skydive off it. Oh bother. Oh, so now I'm going to tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere. Sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Right? So first, let's turn the detector on. That's the sound of a metal detector signal bouncing off something metallic. Next, move the detector around and give this courtyard a good look, you see, pal. Don't worry, this baby will let you know when you hit something on the metallic. And when that happens, press A to give the area a good hard stare. I mean, we already know how to use this because this was a feature in the previous game, so take a good look at everything. Look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? That suspicious unnecessary golden statue wasn't a real murder weapon, pal. Yeah, I know, I just thought I'd check it again anyway. Oh yeah, that reminds me, do you know about that sword? It's supposed to represent the multiple branches that life can take, all ended as one. Yes, I heard something about that. You know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life I'd be leading had I not joined the homicide division. You think about that kind of stuff, Detective? Of course I do. I think about it a lot. He is a traffic cop. He is a detention officer. He has the Blue Badger. There's something to be said about the humor vibe of Gumshoe as the Blue Badger. That's odd. This sled is made of plastic. It says Bikini #1 on the side. Maybe there's something under it. Hey, what's this? A bat? Hey, I've been hunting high and low for that. It's yours, Detective? That thing's priceless to a guy like me, pal. A cop can't be a cop without a badge. I'm sure glad I put that diamond here. How did you manage to drop your badge here of all places? I know, I bet it happened this morning. I was playing around with the sled and stopped right there. I don't need to hear anymore. It's just a pair of skis, something used for arcades here. I'm actually pretty good on skis, you know, pal. Just love to fly down the slope with my coat fluttering in the wind. Really? I had no idea how good you are then. Well, better on skis than I am on skates. Not as good as when I'm on a snowboard. That's a pretty detailed answer. Oh, but you know what I'm best at? Making mashed potatoes and gravy. This guy is losing it. Must be the altitude. Better get back to the investigation. Hold on, what is that right there? We gonna look at this ladder dialogue though. Look, a ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? It looks like a normal ladder to me, pal. Surely everyone knows the difference. I mean, they're pretty ordinary objects. I've met plenty of guys like you, always picking on the smallest details. The vegetable store guy near my place does it all the time. He even corrects me when I ask for a head of lettuce. That's a cabbage, he says. I'm telling you, they're the exact same thing. No, they're not. They're completely different. You have to plant both of them firmly in the ground before they can grow, don't you? Listen, you gotta take a step back and look at the bigger picture sometimes. Otherwise, you could miss a really important clue. That's advice from a pro, pal. The last person I need advice from is this guy in front of me. Oh, I got an achievement. Ladder versus step ladder. Get every ladder versus step ladder compensation in. Okay. This looks like a wallet? Aha, that's where it's been. Bro, you lost your wallet and your badge here, dog? How you... Alright, bro. Is it yours, detective? I'm always dropping it, so I put a bell on it. But you still dropped it anyway. Yeah, but now I found it again, pal. Your wallet is completely empty. Well, I drop it all the time, so I don't put money in it anymore. And how come the metal detector picked it up? Must be because of the bell, I guess. Alright, bro, he cooking me. This is Misty Oxum's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood, but the detector is reacting to it. Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic. Isn't the whole point of metal detector flying metal where you can't see it? It's weird that this thing is causing a racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off! Examine the evidence, a job for the... crack. The top is coming off. Look at what you've done. You've damaged a really important piece of evidence. Ah! Whoa! That thing was a sword? That's a sword? Inside the staff? Could it be? Murder weapon! I never guessed there'd be a sword concealed in a victim's staff. They called that kind of thing a sword game, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot. I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshow's mind works. If the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden, then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey, Gumshow, who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. You didn't discover anything. I just discovered it. Well, as they say, there's no team at Gumshow. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. Then I guess this is a murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the weapon. After the murder, I mean. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. It's about the same length as the Shitisa's old, too. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over to the forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. See you later, pal. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Whoa, wait up, detective. Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know. Gonna get that staff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while? Huh? What are you talking about, pal? Please. Just until we find Maya. Maya? What's this got to do with her? I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred covering, right? Right now, and, well, you don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel. You don't think Maya's been please don't. Wow, that was crazy. Why would he immediately think that she's been murdered? I mean, is it looking good for her? No. But I don't think she got murdered. That's kind of crazy. Let's just wait until we can get inside the secret cavern. You're looking kind of red-rained there. Okay. Just stop it with that face, pal. And things. Oh, the staff secret trick. Let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we know about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff. You got it? Okay, now you take good care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. Don't worry, she'll be fine. Show. You know, there's a place at the base of this island that has really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal? Sure, thanks. I can't help but wonder, though, what was at least the awesome doing with a staff like this in the first place? Maybe self-defense? I don't know. Alright. I think it's time for us to go talk to Iris. I feel like we gotta do something. We gotta figure out first before we go to Pearl. Besides, she got more psychic box, so it would make sense, right? Okay. Wait, before we do this, let's go back to the garden. I think we should. I feel like we gotta tell Edgeworth this, man. I think about it because we gotta tell him this. Hey, Edgeworth, did you know that Iris had a twin sister? What? A twin? You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently, her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think. A jeweler? Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right? Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please. It was my first court case 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Fawless, right? Buddy really took the poison for that girl, bro. We ain't gonna talk about how much of a creep he is, too, bro. Like, dog, she was like 14, bro. You know about that case? You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Fawless conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. Crazy. Hey, 5 years ago that she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking. Her sister? Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Oh. And this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. Bro, she be trying to kill everybody, dog. So after Terry Fawless died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why is he making that face? Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. What? Well, her metabolic process are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? Right? I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. Mia Fey? Mia Fey? At the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Executed? I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, Wright, and for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them. There's no way to revive the dead, but you can channel the dead. No wonder. It seems you're not aware of the one other connection yet, Edward. What is that? It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother. What's their mother got to do with any of this? She's Morgan Fay, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Korean channeling technique. Did you just say Korean channeling technique? Do you know something about it? Oh yes, I know it's connected with the fraudulent spirit medium. Fraudulent? I was involved in another nightmare 7 years ago. 17 years ago. I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped. And that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and a master of her channeling school. But you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, and an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent. Edgeworth, go to the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file and you'll know. Of course, how could I forget? Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the Korean channeling technique is real. Bro. We an hour in, dog. I don't want to end it now. I feel like as soon as we do something, it's going to get it to be continued. And I want the whole thing in the courtroom, so we gonna keep going. I think now we didn't talk to him. Executed last month is crazy though. It seemed like everybody, bro. It's crazy, dog. You can really tell they twin, bro. Did she dye her hair? Why is her hair like? She must have. Like, there's nobody in the family that has orange hair, so she must have did that. I should have known they were twin sisters, bro. They look too much alike. All right, bro. Now that we figured out and got her picture up here, I feel like we got everything we need to break her psychic lock. All right, Iris. Bye. Night of crime. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in your room at Hazard Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth? Yes, that's where I was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me, too, but I can't. Because this person you saw somewhere else on the night of the murder. Alright. Alright, man. Alright. I'm gonna end the video because this music playing in the background now. So, like, share, subscribe, turn post notifications on. I'm out, man.